Hello and welcome to Tutorialspoint. Today in Law of Attraction, we'll look into the basics and the fundamentals of the Law of Attraction. What is Law of Attraction, how Law of Attraction works, what is the subconscious mind, what is the conscious mind, what is the difference between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, so on and so forth. Let's get started with it. Now, what in the first place Law of Attraction is all about? Law of attraction or LOA is a belief that by focusing on positive or negative thoughts, a person brings positive or negative experiences into life. A person, whether you, me, or anybody, we all have thoughts. And when we have thoughts, the thoughts can be the positive thoughts, it can be negative thoughts. And whatever the thought that we have in our mind and whatever the thought that we attract in our minds, we actually look into the factor that those things are actually happening in our lives. That is precisely what law of attraction is all about. The universe is guided by certain laws. The law of gravity, it could be law of something else. Similarly, our lives are also influenced by certain laws, and one of them is the law of attraction. Law of attraction means if you attract something in your life, you will get into your life. If you attract the positivity, you will get positivity. If you attract negativity, you will get negativity in your life. Negativity in your life. Law of attraction is the belief that by focusing on positive or negative things, you will actually experience those positivities or the negativities in your life. It could be anything, positive or negative, and that is fundamentally what law of attraction is all about. Meaning the law of attraction is the ability to attract into our lives whatever we are focusing on, whatever the thought process that we have in our mind, what we are focusing in our lives, what we want in our lives, those things actually start manifesting in your life. Those things will start happening in your life, and that is precisely what the law of attraction tells us about. Law of attraction is science of attracting more of what we want and less of what you don't want. If you have certain things like you want these things to happen and you don't want these things to happen, it means you are focusing more on what you want in your life rather than what you don't want in your life. If you think more about what you want in your life, those things will start happening in your life, and what you think that you don't want in your life, those things will never happen in your life. But focus is the most important factor in your life. The more you think of it, the more you get it. Say for example, you think all the time, I don't want this to happen, I don't want that to happen, I don't want this, don't want to happen in your life. They will start happening even though you don't want it, because your focus is more transparent towards what you don't want in your life. But if you think more of, I want this to happen in my life, I want this job, I want this car, I want this bungalow, I want to live this kind of life. If you think more about what you want in your life, you will start attracting more of those things in your life. Your thoughts, positive or negative, are the force behind the law of attraction. The force behind the law of attraction are the thoughts. It could be positive thoughts, it could be negative thoughts. They will start manifesting in your life the more you think of it. Fundamentally, this is what law of attraction tells us about. How law of attraction actually works? We attract whatever we think about it, good or bad. It could be good, it could be bad, it could be anything. The more you actually attract, if you think more about it, that is the fundamental point number one. Speak about pressure, attract and feel pressure. You feel more about pressure. Like I have a lot of pressure in my office, I have certain deadlines to make. The more you feel the pressure, the more you will attract pressure, the more you will be burdened by the pressure. You invite what you think, thought becomes larger and larger. Whatever we think in our minds, those things will actually become larger and larger, and the more you attract them. Focus on something, the more powerful it becomes. The more you focus on certain things, the more larger and the more bigger they'll become in your life. Now, let me tell you a story of a doctor husband, a story that we have been reading all along. A husband, a doctor, and his wife actually they went to see a movie, and during the watching the movie, the wife actually developed certain headache, and she looked at her husband and said, "Do you have any tablet or a pill for headache?" Obviously, the doctor, even though he is a doctor, he does not carry medicines in his pocket, right? Now, what the doctor will do is he actually picked up something and he gave it to his wife and said, "Keep this in your mouth, don't swallow, just put it in your mouth and you will feel better." She took it, she put it in her mouth, and within 5-10 minutes the headache was gone. And she said, "What did you give me?" When she was walking back after watching the movie, the doctor said, "I pulled up one of my shirt button and I gave it to you, and you put that shirt button in your mouth, and you thought that that is actually a tablet and your headache is gone." It is the belief in the mind of that wife that the husband who is a doctor, he has given me a tablet and I have taken that tablet and my headache is gone. My headache is completely removed. My headache is now not there anymore. The thought, that belief that she has taken a tablet, a medicine, a pill from a doctor, that the doctor has given her a pill and that pill is working, the very thought that actually removed her headache. It is the belief that you have taken something to eliminate that headache, the headache is gone. It is the thought process that actually removed her headache. She felt much better because the very thought that she has taken a tablet worked wonders for her. It is the thought, even though it is not actually a pill, it was basically a shirt button that the husband gave it to his wife. That thought actually removed her headache. And that is how the thoughts become larger and larger, making you feel better or bad. It could be anything. If you feel bad about certain things, you will feel more bad about those things. If you feel good about certain things, you will attract more of good those things. The thoughts become larger and larger. Similarly, there is one more story that I want to tell you, how a frightening thought could be fatal. What happened was there were certain workers working at a railway station where a train has come, which is basically a goods train, and there was a deep freezer container in one of the compartment of the train, and they were removing all those things that were stuffed out there in that compartment, in that box of a train. The workers have removed everything. There was one worker who went inside and he got stuck in that container. The container, which is basically a freezer, but the freezer was off. The freezer was not working. But in the mind of that worker, he was thinking that I am stuck in a freezer. The freezer is working right now and I will die of shivering. The very thought actually brought shivers in his body, and within a matter of minutes the worker died, thinking that the freezer is working and he is shivering to death. Although the freezer was shut down, the freezer was not working. The very thought that he is stuck in a freezer compartment box of a train and that he is shivering right now, that shivering actually brought him down to his death. The thought actually made the whole difference, even though the freezer was not working. Everything boils down to the thoughts in our mind, whether the thoughts are positive or the thoughts are negative. The more you think about pressure, you are attracting pressure. The more you feel about the happiness, the optimism, the more happiness and optimism you will attract in your life. The thoughts in your mind attract what you want, whether it is a positive, whether it is negative. And this is precisely what law of attraction is all about. Now, how the conscious mind and the subconscious mind work, and what is the fundamental difference between a conscious mind and the subconscious mind? The conscious mind thinks, plans, and executes. It is a short-term memory, a willpower, and it is basically a chooser. The conscious mind chooses what you want in your life. You want a beautiful life, you want a happy family, you want a luxurious life, you want a big bungalow, you want lots of money, you want a big car. All these are basically the choices that you actually want to in your life. This subconscious mind chooses all those things. Now, what is a subconscious mind? The beliefs, values, and the habits that you inculcate in your life. It is a long-term memory, and the intuition is also, creativity is also part of the subconscious mind. And the most important factor is the subconscious mind is the implementer. The conscious mind chooses what you want in life. The subconscious mind basically implements what the conscious mind chooses. Now, that is precisely what the difference between a conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Now, let us say, for example, I choose lots of money and a happy life in my life. That is what my conscious mind is choosing. Now, if the subconscious mind does not implement what the conscious mind is choosing in my life, I will not get anything in my life. There has to be a synchronization between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. When the conscious mind chooses something, the subconscious mind has to implement those things, and those implementation comes from the habits, the values, the creativity, the intuition. When you have the conscious mind and the subconscious mind working together in tandem with each other, then things will start happening in your life. Just the choosing of the subconscious mind will not get you anything in life. The subconscious mind has to implement those things. Now, that is precisely what the difference between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The mind and the law of attraction. The mind and the law of attraction, how they actually work. If I think of money of all the time, will I get money? No, I will not get money. The reason why I will not get money, even though I am thinking about money 24/7, is because the conscious mind and the subconscious mind are not working in tandem, in together. The subconscious mind chooses, the conscious mind chooses, and the subconscious mind actually implements. When the implementation does not happen, then I will not be getting any money. Both have to have synchronization with each other for law of attraction to work. The conscious mind and the subconscious mind has to work in tandem with each other, in consonance with each other, to make sure that what you want in life is something that what you will get. If there is no synchronization between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, the law of attraction will not work. They both have to sync in with each other, and that is how the law of attraction works. In conclusion, what we have seen in this video is what is law of attraction, how law of attraction works, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind and the difference between them, and the mind and the law of attraction. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you again.